You were never meant to be ordinary. If you are reading this now, understand that it is not a coincidence. You have been guided to this moment because something extraordinary is happening in your life. The waiting has come to an end, your divine purpose is now being revealed. But why you? And what sets the chosen apart from the rest? The answer is found in your journey, in the battles you have faced, and in the unwavering faith you have carried. God does not choose at random, He selects those who have endured the trials, those who have been tested and remained faithful. You have walked through storms that would have destroyed many, yet you stand strong. That is why you were chosen. This is not the end, but a divine transition. You are not losing anything, you are stepping into the greatest reality of your existence. The struggles, the rejection, the loneliness, they were not meant to break you but to prepare you. Every hardship shaped you, every moment of pain refined you. What once felt like suffering was actually the path leading you to transformation. This is not just another message, you were meant to hear this. If you feel this truth stirring within you, don't ignore it. Stay connected by subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss the divine guidance that is calling you forward. Share this with those who need to awaken because the chosen must rise together. Now the truth is revealed. Among the countless who were called, only a few truly answered. You are one of the rare ones, the 1% who have completed their divine mission. Your obedience, your strength, and your faith have set you apart. Because of this, God is lifting you higher, beyond the limitations of the physical world, into a realm where His presence, love, and protection will surround you endlessly. Look back at those who doubted you. The ones who mocked you, the ones who tried to convince you that you were wrong. Every challenge was part of the process. Every struggle was necessary. You were never meant to blend in, you were meant to rise above, to become what God destined you to be. You are not simply leaving behind the material world, you are stepping fully into your divine purpose. The transformation you have sensed for so long, the change you have always known was coming, is finally here. What was once a distant promise is now a reality unfolding before your eyes. Chosen one, the moment has arrived. Everything that was written for you before the beginning of time is now coming to pass. Nothing can stop what has already been declared. Life often feels like an endless cycle, where each day blurs into the next, making it seem as if nothing truly changes. But everything is unfolding according to divine order. What may have felt like waiting was never wasted time, it was preparation. The moment has arrived and the path before you is clear. The distractions of this world must be left behind, for something far greater awaits. This is not an end, but the doorway to something beyond what the mind can comprehend. You were never meant to remain confined to the limitations of this existence. Every hardship, every delay, every rejection was refining you. The chosen ones are not shaped by comfort but by trials, and you have endured what most would not survive. Now, what has been long foretold is taking shape before you. Doubt no longer has a place in your spirit. Those who are truly chosen recognize the shift deep within. It is not a mere change in circumstances, but a complete transformation of existence. The weight of the past, the burdens you carried for so long, no longer define you. This is the moment where the unseen becomes undeniable, where your purpose is no longer a distant promise, but a present reality. Letting go of what is familiar is never easy. The attachments, the identity you built, the sense of belonging to this world, all of it felt permanent. But those who are truly called understand that this is not loss but release. You are not being taken away from what matters, you are being led into what was destined for you since the beginning of time. Many have sensed the call, but few have endured the trials that come with it. This path was never meant for the many, but for the few who refuse to break under the weight of suffering. The refining process is not for those who seek comfort. It is for those willing to be transformed completely. Not everyone is prepared to step into what lies ahead. Those who are truly chosen do not falter when the world turns against them. They do not surrender when mocked, when abandoned, when faced with isolation. They hold firm in their faith because they know they were never meant to walk an ordinary path. They do not belong to this world, for their calling reaches beyond it. The waiting is over. The trials, the losses, the struggles, they have all served their purpose. The process of refinement is complete. Now the veil is lifting, and the reality of what has always been destined for you is finally being revealed. One of the greatest burdens of being chosen is enduring the rejection and scorn of others. The path of those set apart is rarely understood. It is not easy when even those closest to you dismiss your calling, mock your convictions, or fail to see the purpose woven into your existence. But this trial is not without meaning. Those who are called must first be tested, and often, those tests come through the very people they hold dear. Doubt begins to creep in when the voices of others grow louder. It is natural to wonder whether the path is right when faced with constant opposition. But the chosen do not walk for validation, they walk in obedience. This journey is not about pleasing the world, nor about earning the approval of those who cannot see what has been revealed to you. Every trial, every challenge serves a purpose. Those who are refined in the fire emerge stronger, unwavering in their devotion. History remembers the ones who stood firm. Every great spiritual figure endured ridicule, suffering, and rejection. They were called, tested, and purified through adversity. What they faced was not meant to destroy them but to prepare them. And just as they were strengthened, so too are those who follow the same path today. Even more painful than the judgment of strangers is the doubt of loved ones. The rejection of family, the dismissal of friends, these wounds cut deeper than any external trial. Yet this is part of the process. Not everyone will understand the calling placed upon you. The divine plan is not meant to be recognized by all. Many will question, many will turn away, but their disbelief does not define your purpose. Waiting becomes another trial of its own. While others move forward in their pursuits, the chosen often feel as if they stand still, waiting for the moment when everything aligns. But timing is never in human hands. What seems like delay is often preparation, shaping those who are called for what lies ahead. This calling cannot be rushed. It unfolds in its own time, ensuring that when the moment arrives, those who are ready will step forward without hesitation. Like a tree growing unseen beneath the surface, roots must first take hold before the branches can reach the sky. The weight of trials, the silence of waiting, the isolation from others, all of it has been part of the process. For the chosen, this moment holds an unparalleled significance. It is not an end, but a sacred reunion, a return to the divine presence where all fear, doubt, and hardship dissolve. In this higher state of being, there is no suffering, no weakness, no limitation, only boundless peace in the purest form of divine love. This transition is not about loss, nor is it about leaving behind those who remain. It is about stepping beyond the temporary, beyond the boundaries of the physical world. The chosen do not depart as an escape, but as a completion of what was always meant to be. They have fulfilled the mission set before them, and now they are called forward into a reality where nothing weighs them down. The world may see this passage as separation, as something final. But what appears to be departure is, in truth, a step into something greater. The burdens once carried, the trials once endured, no longer hold power. What was once seen as struggle now reveals itself as preparation, shaping those who have been set apart to embrace their divine inheritance. To be chosen is to have walked a path of faith, unwavering in the face of adversity. And now the reward is revealed. God's love, unlike anything that can be experienced in this world, is given freely to those who have remained steadfast. It is not conditional, not fleeting, but eternal, a love that acknowledges every sacrifice, every trial, and every moment of devotion. When the time comes, it is not simply a calling, it is an affirmation, a declaration that your purpose has been fulfilled. Imagine standing before the Creator with all burdens lifted, all suffering erased. In that presence, nothing else matters. For those who have been chosen, this is not just a promise, it is the culmination of everything they have lived for. There is no fear in this meeting, no hesitation. It is not an occasion of grandeur or spectacle, but one of profound connection. To stand before God is to know with absolute certainty that every hardship was worth it. Every tear, every loss, every moment of struggle led to this point, a divine embrace where all things are made whole. This transformation requires more than just readiness, it demands a shift within, a release of everything that once bound you to the material world. It is an inner preparation, a refining of the spirit to step into what has always been waiting. As this moment approaches, something within begins to stir. A knowing deep and undeniable that the time has come. This is not an accident. It is the final invitation to walk fully into the life that was always meant to be yours. The journey of the chosen is one of refinement, where faith, trust, and devotion must remain steadfast. This is a path of purification, requiring a heart free from fear, doubt, and attachment. Preparation is not external but internal, cleansing the spirit, surrendering fully, and embracing divine guidance with an open heart. Transformation is not to be feared. It is the fulfillment of what has always been meant to be. Those set apart understand that their path is not defined by hardship alone but by their unwavering commitment to something far greater. Faith is the force that sustains them, the foundation upon which their purpose is built. Disillusionment and discouragement are temptations along the way, but they do not dictate the course of those who are chosen. Their trust in God is what propels them forward. Faith is not just belief. It is the connection between trials endured and the divine reality that awaits. It is the bridge that leads beyond suffering and into the fullness of destiny. A pure heart is the key to this passage. It is not about flawlessness but about sincerity. To walk this path, one must seek without expectation, serve without condition, and trust without needing to see the full picture. The chosen are those who have faced adversity yet refuse to let it harden them. They do not carry bitterness. Instead, they rise with grace, free from resentment, untouched by the distractions of the world. Every challenge, every trial has led you to this moment. If you feel this truth within you, let it be known. Comment "I trust the path" as a sign of your unwavering faith and commitment to the journey ahead. Stay connected. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this message with those who need it. It is through this purity that they are able to stand before the divine. Every trial has shaped them, not for destruction but for transformation. Their ability to release all that once held them back determines how fully they will step into the reality that has been waiting for them all along. The love God holds for those He has set apart is beyond human comprehension. It is the love of a Creator who nurtures, protects, and watches over His own. Like a mother guarding her child, this divine affection is unshakable. It does not waver in times of struggle, nor diminish in moments of doubt. It is a love that shields, strengthens, and carries the chosen through their greatest trials. This is not a love that condemns or withholds. It is a love that reassures, that embraces, that remains constant. In moments of darkness, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, it is this love that sustains. No rejection, no suffering, no earthly pain can diminish the presence of the one who has called you by name. To be chosen means to let go of the temporary and embrace the eternal. This final test is the greatest act of trust. It is not about abandoning loved ones or rejecting the beauty of creation. It is about releasing all that binds, stepping beyond the limits of the material, and accepting that your true home has never been of this world. What awaits is beyond comprehension, far greater than anything left behind. This surrender is not loss, it is fulfillment. Those who walk this path do so not out of fear but out of certainty. The attachments of the world fall away, revealing the reality they were always meant to step into. There is a moment when the chosen awaken to the truth of their purpose. This awakening cannot be forced. It arrives in perfect timing just as it was always meant to. There comes a moment when everything shifts. A deep realization awakens within, revealing that life was never random, it was always leading to something greater. What once felt like a series of struggles and unanswered questions now forms a perfect design. The chosen ones do not stumble upon their purpose by accident. It is revealed precisely when they are ready to receive it. This awakening is not just an understanding, it is a transformation. It is the moment when the soul recognizes its true identity. The burdens of the past no longer define the path ahead. Everything that once felt uncertain is now seen as part of a divine plan. The weight of doubt is lifted, replaced by clarity and a certainty that has always been there, waiting to be uncovered. But this realization comes with great responsibility. To be chosen is not just a blessing, it is a call to act. This journey is not about personal gain or seeking comfort in the material world. It is about stepping fully into a divine mission, one that requires faith, perseverance, and unwavering trust. The path forward is not always easy, but for those who embrace it, there is no turning back. Growth is continuous, and new revelations unfold with each step. The chosen are not given all the answers at once. They walk by faith, trusting that what is needed will be revealed in time. This path demands patience, but it also brings a deeper connection to the divine. Every trial, every challenge was never meant to break them, it was preparing them for what is coming. At the core of this journey is the power of surrender. To surrender is not to lose control, but to let go of the illusion that control was ever needed. The world teaches that everything must be achieved through effort and struggle. But divine truth teaches otherwise. True strength is found not in resistance but in alignment. Letting go does not mean giving up, it means making space for something far greater. It means releasing fear and trusting that the path ahead is already prepared. Many fear surrender because they believe it means weakness. But in reality, surrender is the highest form of trust. It is stepping into the unknown with the certainty that God is leading the way. The process of surrender opens the door to discovery. To be chosen is to remove every false identity and see oneself as God sees them. The world has tried to define and limit the chosen, to place them in boxes that do not fit. But those who walk this path will come to understand that they were never meant to conform. They are not shaped by the expectations of the world, nor by the limitations of their past. They are defined by the purpose that was placed within them from the beginning. And as this truth becomes clearer, they begin to walk in it, not as someone who is still searching, but as one who has finally remembered who they have always been. The journey of the chosen is not about becoming someone new, it is about rediscovering who they have always been. A deep sense of longing often marks the beginning of this path, a feeling that something vital has been missing. But as they move forward, uncovering the truth piece by piece, they begin to recognize the essence of their soul's purpose. The world has placed countless labels upon them, shaping identities based on fleeting circumstances and external expectations. But true identity is not determined by the opinions of others, it is rooted in divine connection. The chosen ones must shed the weight of illusions, letting go of every false definition that was imposed upon them. This is not an easy process. It requires strength to release the versions of themselves that were built to fit into a world they were never meant to belong to. Stepping into this higher truth means breaking free from limiting beliefs, societal pressures, and self-imposed barriers. They were never meant to live confined by the definitions of the world. Their existence was always designed for something greater, and every step they have taken, every challenge they have faced, was part of the process of returning to their true nature. At the core of this transformation is compassion, a force more powerful than judgment, more healing than any spoken word. To walk this path fully, the chosen must not only understand divine love, but embody it. Compassion is not just kindness, it is the ability to see beyond pain, beyond flaws, beyond fear. It is the gift of recognizing the divine spark in all beings. Through compassion, healing begins. By embracing love, they release the wounds of their past. The burdens of guilt, shame, and regret no longer hold power. Forgiveness extends outward to others but also inward, freeing them from the chains of self-doubt. As they offer love to the world, they too are restored. This ability to love unconditionally does not make them weak, it makes them a source of transformation. The energy they carry has the power to lift others, to inspire those still trapped in illusions, and to awaken those who have not yet recognized their own path. Compassion is not passive, it is a force that creates ripples, shifting everything it touches. Alongside this love, there is an unshakable resilience. The chosen do not walk an easy road. They are not spared from pain, but they are strengthened by it. Hardship does not destroy them, it refines them. Where others might surrender, they rise. Resilience is not about enduring suffering, it is about emerging from it stronger, wiser, and more aligned with their purpose. Every trial is a lesson, every challenge an opportunity for growth. The chosen understand that struggles are not obstacles, they are stepping stones. And with every step, they are becoming exactly who they were always meant to be. Every challenge, every obstacle, and every hardship is an opportunity for transformation. The chosen ones do not merely endure, they rise, shaped by the trials that test them. Resilience is not just the ability to survive difficult times, but the power to emerge stronger, wiser, and more deeply connected to the divine. This strength is not developed overnight. It is built through experience, through perseverance, through choosing faith over fear, time and time again. Every moment of struggle refines them, forging their spirit like fire refines gold. They understand that no trial is meaningless, no setback without purpose. Even in their darkest moments, they are never truly alone. The presence of the divine remains with them, offering strength, guidance, and love. It is this unwavering trust in God that allows them to keep moving forward, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. Resilience is the foundation of their purpose, the force that carries them through every challenge, preparing them to fulfill the mission they were always destined to complete. Through resilience, they stand firm, ready to walk fully in their calling. But their journey is not sustained by strength alone, it is guided by divine connection. For the chosen ones, prayer is more than words. It is the lifeline that binds them to the Creator. In moments of stillness, when they open their hearts in prayer, they are reminded of who they are, why they were chosen, and the love that surrounds them. Prayer is not a mere request, it is an alignment. It is the sacred conversation between the soul and the divine, the moment where clarity is given, strength is restored, and purpose is reaffirmed. Through prayer, they surrender their burdens, release their fears, and trust in the plan that unfolds before them. The power of prayer is transformative. It is the force that turns confusion into understanding, fear into peace, and weakness into strength. In times of uncertainty, prayer is the anchor that holds them steady, reminding them that they do not walk this path alone. But beyond resilience, beyond prayer, there is something even greater, the complete harmony between the soul and divine will. This is the final step, the ultimate alignment where personal desires fade, and only purpose remains. To live in divine harmony is to trust fully. It is to move without resistance, to flow with the wisdom of God rather than striving against it. The chosen ones come to understand that they are not here to force their own way but to walk the path that has already been laid before them. This does not mean the journey is free from waiting. There are times of stillness, moments where everything seems quiet, where nothing appears to be happening. But those who are aligned with divine will understand that even in stillness, purpose is unfolding. Every delay, every pause is part of a greater design. When they embrace this truth, they no longer feel impatient or uncertain. They move in peace, knowing that every moment is exactly as it should be. No longer bound by the need for control, they walk with unwavering trust, fully surrendered to the wisdom of God. This is true freedom, the kind that does not depend on external circumstances. The chosen ones do not seek fulfillment in temporary things, because they have already found it in divine purpose. They live each day knowing that everything in their life has meaning, that every experience is shaping them into who they were always meant to become. And so, they continue forward, not as seekers, but as those who have found what their soul has always known. In alignment with divine will, in peace, in purpose, in unwavering faith, this is the path of the chosen. You were never here by accident, this message was meant for you. Every experience, every challenge has led you to this moment, and your journey is still unfolding. Stay strong, trust in the divine plan, and know that you are never alone. If this message has resonated with you, stay connected. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help spread this message to more chosen ones. Share it with those who need to hear it. If you've made it to the end, comment, "The journey continues," as a declaration that you are ready to embrace what's ahead. Thank you for being here, your presence is part of something greater. The chosen ones must walk this path together.